Okay, now I'm recording, so I'm gonna start all over again. So, so
That's
not
all right.
so not a technical person, but Luce. Hey, Luce, thanks for joining. This is oh, you know what? I got music on in the background.
Oh,
Let me shut that off. Hold on a minute. That's a little competing.
this is like the third intro.
Yeah, thanks. I'm trying. There we go. I'm trying. I'm not a techie. You know, never claimed to be a techie. Let's see. So we got Luz waved. All right, good deal. Luz loves that. So Luz is also an amazing artist, by the way. She's really,
Hi.
yeah, she's really good. Luz, this is Cajun Raylin. So we are going to do a little art swap today. I'm recording it now on Zoom. Yeah, I'm gonna record it on Zoom, and then I'll put it on my YouTube channel, the recording actually, so you can see her a lot better. But I thought if I had the volume up loud enough, which I think I do, then we could have a little fun, just like swapping art. And can you tell everybody, I guess, Raylin, where you're from, or not your home or your address, but just a city will suffice.
All right. Okay. So I'm from Louisiana, and it's mainly Baton Rouge area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And like I said, I'm out of Denton, Texas, so I'm literally 45 minutes away from the Dallas area.
We're practically neighbors.
Yeah, I know. Literally. I mean, so we crossed the border in 30 minutes here.
Right.
So we can hit the WinStar in 30 minutes. So it's like super easy from where we're at. But oh, good. I got a few more people jumping on. Hey, Borisoa, let me wave at a couple of people. Yeah, thank you. And oh, she says Lou says thank you and hello.
Hello.
So what we wanted to do is, I think I'll give a quick intro, right? Like yeah. You guys know that, for the folks that follow me on my media, you guys know that I'm painting and haven't been painting very long, but was a graphic designer and an illustrator. So it's not that I don't have any art skill. It's just I didn't really draw. I mean, I didn't really paint. I just did a lot of drawing and graphics and stuff like that, and kind of jumped into. I painted very young when I was in my 20s, and then I started painting again around 30 something or whatever, and now I'm like 50 whatever, it doesn't even matter. And I started painting again because my wife kind of got me excited about painting again. Oh, Luz is from she says she's from a small town, Buckeye, Arizona. Oh, so yeah, I know where Buckeye is. I've got some friends out in Tempe also. So I started doing that, and then just started throwing all my stuff on Instagram. And then I met Cajun Raylin and started liking her work and following what she was doing too. So that's kind of my story about how I jumped into art. Do you want to give your story, your art story?
Mine's a little bit more boring than that. I don't remember a time where I wasn't arting or drawing or painting or making something. That it just always was. That is all.
Yeah, wow. So from a very young age, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you, that's the same for me. I mean, when I was in the second grade, okay, so this is a true story, but it's also a funny story. So literally, I think it was second or third. It might have been fifth or fourth. I have no idea, but it was definitely elementary school. And I got in a lot of trouble for drawing in class. That was one of those things. I was, one of those kids that was pronounced ADD and got the diagnosis and the whole 9 yards.
Me too. Right? Me
Seriously?
Too. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely got.
Picking on the artists. Yes.
Absolutely. And my teacher could never figure out how it is that I could answer all of the questions and do something else at the same time. And I think it frustrated her, to be honest with you, because it's like, it doesn't look like you're paying attention, and I can never catch you not with an answer, right? So, yeah. So I figured out eventually that I could draw right around elementary school, and I literally was drawing superhero figures. They were like Batmans that were like, literally they look like this. Like they were just stick figure Batman, not stick figures, but bodies like this. And then I would cut them out, and I could sell them for 10 cents. And I was literally drawing those Batmans and Supermans that were like this. I mean, they're looking straight ahead, but their arms are like this so that you could like make them fly and stuff. So that was where.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where I first.
That's cool.
That's where I
I
first
like
actually
that.
kind of figured that out. And then my mom and dad figured it out, and I'll be honest with you, it was my parents that kind of pushed me to continue doing art ever since. So I did end up graduating
That's
with,
actually really good.
yeah, I ended up graduating with a degree in graphic design and marketing and communications out of UNT. And then I ended up opening my own karate school. So I never even went down that graphic. I
Um,
did design all my own school T-shirts, and I did all my own advertising, so that really kind of helped.
there you go. Yep.
Well, I have a few questions for you,
Okay.
and I think I remember them, but if I don't, I'll try the best that I can because I didn't write them down. I just sent them to
That's
you.
fine. Yeah, I had to go write mine down too because I knew I was going to forget.
Oh,
So
see, you're way
that's
better
all
than
right.
me. Yeah, you're way
That's all
better
right.
than
I don't
me.
mind if you ask different questions. It's okay.
Yeah, I promise they'll be harmless. So the first one, I guess, you kind of really already answered, right? Like you've been doing art for as long as you could possibly remember. So I guess I'd like to go to question. What I remember is my question number 2 is like, who really, once you got into art, like who really inspires you, like to continue?
Okay, so it's a lot like yours. My parents and my grandparents, they did notice that I had a knack for it and that I liked it, and so they encouraged me to keep drawing. And eventually, when I got old enough, around 13 or so, they started giving me art lessons with this one lady that I
Oh, nice.
really it wasn't I didn't receive lessons per se. Like, she didn't teach me anything extremely new, but what happened in that class was I learned kind of technique, I guess, um, like how to do grass properly, like better than what I was doing, and then I would get practice. So basically, what that class was an hour or a couple of hours every week, um, strictly for practicing art, and having her look over my shoulder and say, "You could do this way instead,"
Okay.
and just getting better from practice. But it really has been 31 years of painstaking practice that really has done me the most good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
but definitely my parents for encouraging the drawing behavior.
Mhm.
And then once I got internet, I guess, so 14, 15,
Mhm.
I started learning about all of these famous artists and YouTube, some real art teachers,
Oh,
and just
gotcha.
kind of, yeah, just kind of watching what they do and practicing it for myself, and yeah, just picking up bits and pieces here and there. I never went to school or anything.
Gotcha.
So just, yeah, practice.
Oh, I think that's probably the best thing you could do anyway.
Yeah,
It's
it really is.
amazing. I call YouTube University because everything's free and it's like whatever you can
Right.
learn. And
Yes.
can't tell you how many
Yeah.
times I've fixed my car based on YouTube. So
Yes. And it really is like, I understand that I already had a knack for it. Like, I already enjoying it is built in,
yeah,
but I don't really know that there's such a thing as natural talent. It's 31 years of hard practice every day. That's what that is.
yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm sure you've had the same experience. I've done some paintings that literally took me like 15 to 20 minutes and ended up selling them for like $250. And people are like, well, I'm not paying $250 for something that took you 20
Right.
minutes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what you don't
No.
re- what you don't realize is I spent 50 years learning how to do something that
Yeah.
good in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
No. And plus the materials, plus getting
absolutely.
the canvas, plus getting the
Yep.
time, plus it costs money.
Yep.
It costs us a lot.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So that's your first question. I'll let you launch one at me.
All right. So, well, I mean, you answered the the first one.
Okay.
Like, when did you recognize that, you know, other people liked your art? I guess that was the little action figure stuff that you could actually sell. Okay, so let's move on to style. I have, what is your style? Like, what are, like, when I'm painting, I'm going for a certain feeling to
Good question.
convey. Like, what are you doing what do you want people to see when they see your stuff?
So that's a really good question, because I started off as an illustrator. So a lot of my earlier work, I just did a bluebonnet field not too long ago that's on my Instagram, and it's very traditional style of old school painting, where you don't really have to guess a whole lot, and your mind doesn't have to fill in the blanks very much. And that's kind of how I started, because to be honest with you, okay, so I'm an old dude, right? So literally, I'm not the Bob Ross generation. I'm the I think his name is Bill Alexander. And Bill Alexander was actually Bob Ross's instructor.
Yeah.
And Bill Alexander used to be on Channel 13 back in the day before cable and all the blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I caught his work when I was in high school, and did a lot of the Bob Ross style, just kind of learning how to paint, because I taught myself how to paint. That's how I taught myself to paint, period.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of where it started, was that little, very realistic. You don't really have to figure out that that's a rock, that's a tree, and that's grass, and this is where the shoreline stops.
Yeah,
no guesswork at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fast forward way to the future, and because now my work is a lot more expressionistic. It's a lot more loose. So it's kind of impressionistic / post-impressionistic, because it's colorful as well. So there's a lot of times where I'm not really focused very heavy on the details. So I guess that's an example. It's not a lot of, it's not like a perfect flower. It's the impression of a flower in a glass with a shadow, and it's very colorful, right? So I think that probably, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be loose, and stay as fun as I possibly can. I mean, this is one that I did also today. It's just very loose.
Today?
The trees are kind of, if I get a little close, you can see that it's kind of blurry, and there's no real definition. And that just makes me super happy, because I think I like people to use their imagination a little bit and let their mind wander in a painting. So I'm thinking impressionistic, post-impressionistic.
Yeah, it looks like to me too that your everything that I've seen so far is they all look peaceful, I guess. I don't want to say like happy-go-lucky or anything, but they're all peaceful looking, just calm.
Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with it too. I do find painting to be kind of the Zen place for me. So if I can paint something that calms me down a little bit, then that's even better. So I agree with that. I never thought of that. I actually never really thought of it that way, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like looking at all my stuff, it's like they're all pretty heavy. They're super moody, I guess. They're not calm.
But that's so tell me why do you go down that? What takes you down that path?
I don't know. I end up when I'm trying to convey a certain feeling through this piece, I don't know. I don't know why I picked that one, but ever since I was little, everything is super, I don't know, dark, moody, foreboding almost. Some of them,
Gotcha.
almost all of them are landscapes.
Yeah,
almost.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Awesome. All right, I'll fire you another question. So what is it, and you kind of, I think you kind of waded into it a little bit, like what are your future plans with, definitely kind of like your style that you have, your future plans with art? Is it something that you're doing more as a hobby? Are you working on building it as a business, or how's that? what do you see? What do you see in 5 years?
Really, what would be ideal is I would like for here in Louisiana we have a few really big names here. It would be really nice if I could get a sort of a following like that. Um, I
Gotcha.
don't really know how to achieve that other than, keep doing what I'm doing
Yeah.
and hope a lot of people like it, really. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I would like for somebody to be able to see something that I did on somebody else's wall and say, oh, that's a Raylin.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we gotta hurry. My phone is
Okay.
running out of battery.
All right. Either you have
Sorry.
another question or we can get to the opening.
Actually, you can answer and we can open.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Sure.
so you kind of touched on this, but why artist? Why have you decided that that's what you wanted to do? But you already said that your wife recognized that,
Yeah.
hey, this stuff is good, and
Yeah.
your parents recognized, hey, this stuff is good. So, but yeah, why get into all that?
I guess the outlet is good for me. Um,
Yeah,
I spent 30 years using martial arts as an outlet, so sparring and kickboxing and grappling and competing and running my own school and all of that.
yeah,
That fits my ADD lifestyle. I can be creative. I can do whatever it is that I want to do in that environment. And I think the closest thing I could get to like that was art. So with art, I can do whatever I want to do. I can paint, to your point, I can paint it dark. I could paint it light. I could paint it funny. I can, whatever it is that I feel like I want to see, I can paint it abstract.
right.
And whatever, I guess, emotion that I'm feeling, I can actually put it out there. And the side effect of it is, A, I feel good about when I'm finished. And B, the frosting on the cake is somebody else might like it enough to want to hang it in their home. And then that makes two people happy, me for getting it out and them for having something that they like. So I'm a
Yeah,
little addicted to just getting it out there and seeing what people like, and if they don't like it, it doesn't matter because I'm having fun along the way.
they can buy it or not buy it.
That's right. It does not matter to me because I have like 50 paintings of mine in my house. My wife is my biggest fan, so if it doesn't sell, it's going to end up on my wall. Either way, I win.
Right. Oh, if my phone cuts out on us, it's because it died. I didn't hang up on you, I promise.
Oh, no worries. I'm opening. I am good. All right, so we're ready for the reveals.
Yes, sir, I think
Okay,
so.
all right. I am opening my box right now. I promise you I haven't even cut the tape, so that's why
I went a little bit, but I didn't go all the way.
I probably should have pre-cut it and made this a little bit faster, but this is a true, I have never opened the box before.
I love this box you made, by the way.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody make those and I was like, oh my gosh, I can make them to the exact size so they don't bumble around and get, I hope they don't get too beat up is what the point, that was the goal.
Oh, I love this though. Hey, I might have a frame for this already.
Oh, sweet. Oh, nice.
It's just
Very
so
nice.
pretty. I wanted one of these. I wanted one of the vases so bad.
Aw. Well, I'm glad that that one hadn't that one had previously sold, and then the person was just they just they couldn't finalize it, and I just said that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This is one that I love that you did.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Contrast, depth of field, just not, and I didn't think this one to be dark. I just thought it to be
Yeah.
like introspective.
Right.
And so what's your medium?
That one is acrylic. I can do acrylic and watercolor fairly well. So.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I do most of mine are oil. The one that I just showed was acrylic, but I do a little bit of water. But I love this piece. So just
Thank
deep,
you.
it's deep reflections. I mean, you can see everything here. I know when I clicked on it that one day, I was like, wow, that's really good.
Thank
That
you.
was the perfect day for you to go, what about an art swap? And I was like, oh, that worked out so well.
Oh, thank you, though.
Well, I know you're running low on time. I don't want to monopolize
man.
your day. I
Died
just
on
wanted
me.
to say, first of all, thanks for jumping on. It's been really cool to meet people on Instagram, like-minded artists. So, oh, I think I might have lost her. All right. I think art therapy is the best. Yeah, Debbie, that's right. I think I might have lost her. She was telling me that her phone was going to die. So it looks like it probably died right there. I'm going to stop my recording. And